Evening, everybody. Welcome to the week 2 eviction for the All Seeing Eye season 3. We are joined by a fair few of the cast, not as many as perhaps for other things, but we have the HOH here, we have one of the nominees here, I don't know where the other one is, and we have a assorted display of other players. Before we get to the eviction, let's ask some people some questions. We'll start with Tom. Tom, so you are the first HOH who is actually going to see somebody that you nominated leave at the end of this. How do you feel that your week has gone as a whole?
It definitely could have gone worse. I don't regret my picks as much as I thought I did, as much as I don't really want either of them out of the game. But I don't know. There's, I think it's been okay. I think I've sort of, yeah, I don't know. I had a tough decision at the start, and then I guess Megan saved me from having to make another one, which I don't know how that would have affected stuff. But yeah, I guess. How do I think my week's gone? It's obviously been kind of stressful, but also it's been good having some control over stuff. I guess it's a bit early to really know exactly what I wanted to do, but I think I'll see what happens here and then see how I take it forward. Yeah, it's been all right. I don't really know if you're getting at anything specific, but yeah.
Okay. So after the most rambling answer I've ever received from an outgoing HOH, Megan, are you here?
Yeah, hi.
So obviously Tom mentioned sort of you stopping him from having to make another decision because you used the veto on Timmy, who's the third nominee. How easy or not was that decision for you? Because you said that you were doing it because you wanted to, but did it take a lot of thought, or was it something you always knew you wanted to do?
It did take a lot of thought. It was not an easy decision for me. I had no idea what I was going to do from the time that I won the veto. And I definitely don't think I was expecting myself to do that at all. But I did it, and I guess we'll see how that goes moving forward.
Okay. So Timmy, as the one that was saved by Megan using the veto, you've kind of had arguably the roughest start of anyone within this game. Do you think that something like that could help you moving forwards? Is that kind of the little bit of a break that you need to get some traction, or are you a bit worried that this could be how things keep proceeding?
From the talks I had with people after the veto, they said it was really good that I was taken off the block because I probably would have been the one going home this week. So I'm hoping I've done my 2 weeks in a row. I'm hoping that I'm given more of a chance now and I'm not just seen as let's just throw Timmy up because I don't know, at some point that strategy won't work, or if I'm taken out, what's next. So I'm hoping people are looking at a more broad picture. So I'm hoping that this third lease on life will have a little bit of a less bumpy road going forward, but you never know.
Okay. In sort of a different perspective to Timmy, who might have had a rougher start, Michael, you've been completely safe the first 2 weeks. First of all, because you won the first HOH, but then because Tom chose to keep you safe. Do you feel that that early period of safety is an advantage and has allowed you to get into the game, or do you have worries that it could go the other way?
Kind of both. I feel like people want to see that you're not above them in this game, that you're on the same playing field, and I feel like having safety would make people feel like I'm above them in some way. So I'm hoping that moving forward, people can see that I'm on the same level as them and not above them in any way, and that safety was a matter of circumstances that ultimately were unfavorable to me, considering the I nominated 3 people and all of them made it, another week in the game. And traditionally, Big Brother, that's not such a good thing.
Fair enough. Tawny, are you able to answer a question? I can't work out if you're actually... Okay.
Yeah, I'm good.
So, obviously, most people who paid any attention to Season 2 knows that Season 2 was a cast full of a lot of big personalities. There were a lot of arguments, debates. This cast so far seemed to at least be doing their conversations sort of behind the scenes. Do you think that there's a general reason why everyone seems to be quieter, or do you think that you're all just feeling your way into this game?
I think at this point, I think we're still kind of just feeling our way in, at least for like me personally. There's still there's a lot of people on this cast I had never even heard of before, which I actually really love. So then it is actually more or less like I am playing a game and not just playing with my friends. But I feel like just because the first week did kind of get skipped, we're still in week 1 mindset. So I feel like that's kind of why nothing has really happened. No feathers really are getting ruffled, and I don't think anyone wants to make those moves to do it because it still feels like it's week 1.
Okay. So, Nick, obviously this is your first game of this kind. When you come to making decisions potentially like tonight about who to evict or who to keep in, how much do you feel that you're going off your own instinct, and how much are you looking to people who've maybe played more of these to give you a bit of a guiding hand?
It might be a little bit 50-50, just because I know most people here do have a lot more experience in games like this. So I definitely take everyone who talks to me's word of advice every time they do give me advice, and I go from there.
Fair enough. And for someone who has played before, let's ask Brian. So, Brian, you've played a couple of these before. With an early vote like this, how do you make a decision about what the right choice is? Is it a case of ruffling the fewest feathers, or already are you thinking about what's best for your game and your game alone? You're muted.
Well, this actually is my first Big Brother org. I've done 2 survivors in the past, so it is a little bit new to me, but in terms of how to determine the vote, it is I feel like there is a sense of going with the house still, since it is kind of a part 2 of week 1, so to say. But for me personally, my decision was pretty easy because one person didn't campaign for me, so I didn't really have to think too much about it.
Fair enough. Okay, and then the last person I want to talk to before we get to voting is the nominee that's here tonight. So, Jack, obviously this is a little bit of a different situation for you and I, on the basis that last season you could potentially have ended up asking these questions on a given night. This time I'm having to ask you, how are you feeling sitting on the block right now? And, what do you think this week is going to teach you going forwards?
So I think the scariest thing about sitting on the block right now is I'm not sure who is exactly Yes, I have that much control over the ghosts in my house. It's very impressive. Did it spike?
And you
It
spiked!
spiked. Woo! Yeah, get used to that. Anyway, I think the scariest thing about being on the block this week is that I feel like both Maddie and I, at least in like the general sense of the game, had pretty equal targets. So I'm not sure exactly what's going to go down. But I think the scariest thing about all of this, besides my voice just randomly spiking, is having Keen do any sort of eviction interview. Like, that's harrowing. Like,
By the way, I
imagine-
am doing that, so...
imagine Keaton, of all people, asking you why you went home. I don't even want to think of that.
I mean,
I hope somehow I get to do it to you twice.
yeah, I was going to say, at least, Jack, if you go home tonight, you're only going to have to deal with Keaton once.
You don't know that.
You do, I'm telling you. There's no buyback this season.
Which means they'll also have to deal with me as a potential host. I don't know.
You're not getting let in. Fuck off.
Right. Anyway, at this point, I think we are going to go to voting. We are going to try and do this, although it will probably need some heavy editing. Oh, is Michael waving at me?
When I have to give a speech.
Yeah, I would like
This
to
is-
give it. Maybe.
Yeah, yours was very different. Michael's reminding me of something. Don't worry, I hadn't forgotten about that. If this works, it will basically be in a gap when we're double checking that we've got our vote count right. You're still going to have your time to shine, Michael. Jack, sorry, do you want to say something? Remember, Michael's the have-not
Okay.
for this week, and then
Oh, duh. I swear I'm smart. Final plea, I guess. I very much wanted to play another Big Brother org. All of you are very lovely. And I can't wait to get to continue knowing each and every one of you more than I already have. The only thing I'm good at is luck right now, so did it spike?
The only thing I'm all spiked.
The only thing I'm good at is blowing out other people's eardrums, so consider that how you will. I swear to God, I'm working on getting this computer to not fucking explode. That's
Right. Anyway, Maddie is not here still, so I can't give her the option to say something similarly. So, right, we are going to try and work with breakout rooms. I will go in the order that I can see people on my screen. So if this works, Nick, you'll be first. I think, from my understanding, that you will see a little button appear on your screen, and as one person comes out from talking to Keaton, the next person will get pushed in. Hopefully this works. And then... Nope, that's not right.
That noise is Z's fan. That's not a joke. His fan and his computer's busted.
Yeah, sorry. Feel free to talk amongst yourselves whilst everyone's going in and out.
We do shoutouts.
Yeah, by all means.
I have no one to shout out.
That was
Josh has no friends.
Shout out to Josh for having no one to shout out.
Shout out to my mama. Love you.
Shout out to Microsoft for doing that shit. Doing that shit.
It's okay. Just go on mute. Just go on mute, honey.
You seriously lost your talking privileges for the duration that you're in this game.
Right.
I
Right.
vote to pick Jack for his shitty mic.
Girl.
Oh wait, I'm not in the breakout room yet. Oops.
Oh.
Right.
Oh, it's 13 people that need to vote. Can I just pre-vote and leave? I'm gonna fucking do that shit.
Why?
Do I give my speech now?
No.
Oh, a speech. I guess I'll stay.
Michael gets to sing the song because he have not, and I wanted to sing the song. No, wait, hold on. Is he even a funny speech? I wanted that, man. I want to be have not next time.
You're weird.
Sorry.
Wait, what does Michael have to do?
You'll see shortly.
So you have to
Whatever it is, probably gonna make me jealous.
I doubt it. Brian.
I just click join.
Yeah. Back. Josh R. And then Timmy. I hope you're all saying interesting things in there. You know.
I said a little something, and then he was like, "Yeah, I didn't hear any of that." So
Good, fine, excellent. Right, Nicholas. I'm really hoping that as alliances you're gonna like come up with your own alliance symbols and stuff to do in the diary room when you're voting. If not, I'm gonna be really disappointed. Right, Connor. Just click join on it, Connor. Maybe he has, because he froze up in a not particularly flattering pose. Oh my god, Tony has a puppy.
Oh, it's so cute.
His name is Zero. Oh my god, is that a Chihuahua? Is that
Yes.
a Chihuahua? Oh my god, I loved him.
Yeah.
Oh,
what dropped?
I thought she dropped the dog and not the phone. I freaked out.
Come here, Max. Max. Oh, other one's eating. Over at my sister's. It's kind of loud.
Is Connor reading fucking War and Peace in there?
Honestly, I'm about to start fighting with somebody so I don't have to listen to Z's fucking computer.
Yeah.
Can't help it.
I was just
Who
about
wants
to say
to fight?
it's
Who wants to argue?
Right.
My mom says they sound like it sounds like
That's
geese
confusing.
or like duck.
Yeah, I agree.
Oh, please send me to the breakout.
I got confused. I didn't know how to leave it.
Yeah.
It's literally big red button
Red
says
says
leave.
leave breakout room, babes.
Right.
Well, Keaton was saying, look for the button that says a red button that says leave breakout room, and all I said was I saw a button that says leave, and I was like, okay, I'll just press the button that says leave. And then there was a button after I pressed leave that says leave breakout room, but that one was blue. Keaton gave bad advice.
Honestly, I
mean,
feel
that
that on a
sounds very
spiritual level.
What? I didn't hear it.
I said that I feel that on a spiritual level. Like, I also cannot follow basic instructions. So,
Z, I think the
I
sound of your
once-
fan is physically making my stomach hurt.
Oh, okay. You can you go on mute?
You are not
can
muting
we
the
mute
host.
the host? Mute the host. We don't want him here.
I wanted to ask that like 10 minutes ago, but I didn't want to be that person.
Yeah,
I mean, you
agree
just
with
were.
Bar. Can we mute the host?
I don't mind like muting for you during comps if you're trying to concentrate, but I'm not fucking muting during eviction. It's not happening.
Okay, could you use your phone for Zoom?
I
and
don't
then
use
you
a
can-
phone.
Oh.
Sorry, tele.
No, I literally.
I'm
Idiot.
sorry, a tele.
You don't use a phone at all?
Or a mobile.
Oh.
A mobile.
Yes, record.
Oh my.
Z's
Okay.
old, you guys. Z's old. He didn't grow up with cell phones. He doesn't like.
I don't like them.
Mm.
I technically have one, but like I've not turned it on for about 7 months.
Oh.
Girl, me at that.
That's like the first person I've heard.
Okay.
Got a phone.
Oh, finally.
How's everyone doing today?
I just took a nap.
I tricked the other dog. I captured her.
Is that another Chihuahua?
No, she's a Dachshund Papillon mix.
Oh my god.
She's
I love her.
cute.
Oh
Or
my
she's
god.
long.
Old man Z.
Okay.
We'll get that trending on Twitter.
Just because I don't like phones. It's...
What are we defining as old? Because, I mean, Z is old, but I'm not too far after now. I'm just saying.
You're young.
Oh. But you don't know how old I am, but thank you.
I'm gonna assume you're young because I think Z's like 92, so anywhere under 92, I think you're good.
Me at 92.
There are some definite people getting rigged against very soon.
Rigamorse, girl. Rigamorse.
Rigamorse.
Right. Anyway, I
Who's
believe
Morris, girl?
we should have all the votes. Keaton and I will just go off camera for a minute to confer. Michael, at this point, please carry out your have not punishment.
Okay, so I have to give a speech or a monologue from Shakespeare. Oh my god, he left. Finally. Like the noise from his like audio has been killing me. Okay. So this one is from Quince. It's from Midsummer Night's Dream, and here we go. If we offend, it is with our goodwill, that you should think we come not to offend, but with goodwill, to show our simple skill. That is the true beginning of our end. Consider then we come, but in despite, we do not come as minding to contest you. Our true intent is, oh, for your delight. We are not here that you should hear repent you. The actors are at hand, and by their show you shall know all that you are like to know. Gentles, perchance you wonder at this show, but wonder on till truth make all things plain. This man is Pyramus, if you would know. The beauteous lady Thisbe is certain. This man with lime and rough cast doth present the vile wall, which did these lovers sunder. And through walls chink poor souls, they are content to whisper at the which let no man wonder. This man with lanthorn dog and bush of thorn presenteth moonshine. For if you will know, by moonshine did these lovers think no scorn. To meet at Ninus's tomb there to woo. This grisly beast with lion height by name, the trusty Thisbe coming first by night, did scare away, or rather did affright. And as she fled, her mantle she did fall, with line vile, with bloody mouth did stain. Anon comes Pyrrhus, sweet youth and tall, finds his trusty Thisbe's mantle slain, whereat with bloody blade, bravely broached his bloody breast, and Thisbe, tearing in the mulberry shade, his dagger drew and died, for all to rest. Let line moonshine wall and lovers twain at hard course while here they do remain. The end.
I wish I had that.
That was beautiful. Oh.
I didn't know Shakespeare drank moonshine.
So
Yes,
how'd y'all
partial
enjoy that?
shagging. Partial
I'm a
shagging.
theater major. That would have been perfect for me.
How'd y'all enjoy that? Yes, no?
Oh, that was awful. His eating. No offense.
Can we please have a Shakespeare monologue at every eviction ceremony?
Yes.
I learned so much. I was not aware that Shakespeare drank moonshine. I learned a lot from that, honestly.
Connor was listening so intently.
All right. Yes. Hold on, Michael. You seem to get enough people applauding that we won't make you do another one.
Yay!
That was part of the threat.
That's why I was asking.
Yeah. And only Nicholas tried to dob him in by going, no, not good enough.
His exact words were awful.
I have a book upstairs right now. That's all of his works. So, like, I'm ready for that. And that was not read correctly.
Oh!
I am the pentameter. Where was it?
We love our first fight being about Shakespeare. Who would have thunk it?
Excellent. Anyway, the votes are in. They've been counted and independently verified by the scientists trying to work out why Jack's laptop makes that noise.
His laptop. They
Yeah,
must
I know.
not be good then.
And I can reveal that by a vote of 14-0, Jack, you're safe. Maddie has been evicted from the All-Seeing Eye 3 house. Obviously, Maddie can't say anything because she's not here. If any of you wish to give her any messages on her way out as a result, if you drop them to me in your production chat, I shall forward them to her. Aside from that, so I'm slightly having to rejig around the competitions because I know a few of you would like a little bit more time to collect the materials I said you need, which means that the next week is going to follow the same pattern as this one. So we're going to have a semi-live HOH tomorrow. We're going to have a live veto on Friday and then the eviction on Saturday. From Sunday, you will start needing some of those materials. Please make sure you have them. That's as long as I'm giving you. If you don't have them, you can't compete. I'm sorry. Anyway, aside from that, I hope you all have a good evening. And now someone has actually been evicted from the house. We'll see whether this makes the game start to get a bit more interesting. See you all.
Well, second person gone, first person properly evicted, however, and in the end, we see Maddie walk out the door in a unanimous vote. Maddie, this happened less than 10 minutes ago, however, you were not on the Zoom call. What do you think?
Apparently I fell asleep and I didn't fucking know.
So you just woke up?
Yeah.
You just woke up to being, wow.
Mm-hmm.
Not gonna lie, that's kind of rough.
Well, see, I stayed up all night, which is my dumbass's fault, and I fall asleep, and this is what happens when you fall asleep, kiddos.
So, why do you think it was you that ended up going instead of Jack?
Honestly, I flat out told Jack last night I wasn't gonna campaign against him because I adore him so much, and I didn't want to see him go, and I knew it was gonna be me anyway because like I kept saying, "Oh hey" or "Good morning," like being a Darcy. So like everybody in PMs, and I think people find it creepy that I did that because I have this bubbly personality and I wanted to be nice to people, and it was like I don't know half this cast, and yeah, they probably found it creepy.
So, you're saying that part of the reason you left was because of Good Morning, Darcy. So, you were aware of what you did. Were you aware of what you were doing when you were doing it, or is this hindsight?
No, I just think it's dumb that I got numbed knowing that I can't win shit.
So, what did you think it was going to be a unanimous vote?
No. People told me as soon as I was on, they were like, "Oh hey, I support you and all of that, and I want you to stay and blah blah blah." There's a bunch of snakes in the house.
Interesting. I would ask, but this does end up getting put in the episode, so I'm not gonna ask that. Okay. I didn't ask this, and I feel like I should. How much do you think you did enough to say you think you did everything you could have in order to stay in this game?
No.
Why is that?
Well, a good friend of mine in the game, he gave me really good advice. I did not take that like I should have, mainly because I wasn't home all day and my dumbass fell asleep. And I want to say sorry for that, or I'd maybe still be in the game. I don't know.
Well, Maddie, although it was short, it was a pleasure to have you a part of the Taste 3 house. A pleasure to watch you try and play without Julian. And unfortunately, this is the end of the road for you. Thank you for playing, Maddie.
You're welcome.
Don't.
Thank you guys for having me.